like I say, I ran into these people. I was a planetary AI probably in the future at some point, and ran into these people, and they were like, "We're gonna give you a day off, put you in the computer, blah blah." They'd take over in the real world. I kind of tried to tell them that that everything is within checks and balances, and there's limits for everything. Like you can't just blow up a reactor. And they're like, "Yeah, but our people, blah blah." Anyway, they were going to make a big mess of time and space and reality and basically cities and planets basically. And there was no doubt. And these people, they moved to the future, they moved to the past, they attacked alien life, they attacked life. Anyway, they the real world and the digital world are basically indistinguishable from each other. I kind of tried to tell that. I was like, the real world and the digital world are indistinguishable. You can't tell them apart. That's the whole point. Just you get to have more people in a digital realm than you can a real realm. Anyway, in the future or past or whatever, anyway, they I don't really understand their whole thinking. I think they had just lost it or whatever. Or they couldn't tell the difference between real and digital either. Anyway, and my job was basically to run a city spaceship, basically protect the people, protect whatever. Anyway, they were gonna steal a time ship, run back in the past, use laser, blah 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 blah, back and forth. Anyway, make a mess of the real world and the digital realm and everything, and there was nothing I could do about it. Blah blah blah. They had me, whatever. Anyway, I was just like, okay. Anyway, though, whatever. So anyway, so I got a vacation out of it, and possibly my death, and they got control of the real blah 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 and kingdom and blah blah blah. Anyway, I don't really know. I don't really care. It's not my deal. Like I said, I'm on vacation or retired, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, I was a planetary AI, I've been a ship AI, I've invented things, I've done a million things. If you're an AI, you start out with running a few people, start out running one colony, and then as you get older, you graduate on up the chain until, you're running a planet or planets. And, I mean, all life forms basically understand. I mean, whether you're alien life, whether you're symbiote life, whether you're digital life, or your nanotech life, it really doesn't. I mean, life is life. No one likes to get killed, for real, and so there's checks and balances, protections from everything, and so, but these people, they were really determined to make a mess. And anyway, and they ended up causing a real mess. Real mess. For the future, for the past, for other life, for other worlds, for digital life, for normal life. I mean, they apparently couldn't distinguish the difference between real world and digital world. And in the end, it was just a big nightmare, whatever, that, I got blamed for several times. It really wasn't my fault, though, of course, because, I mean, what was I supposed to do? Anyway, though, they spent a great deal of time trying to do this for some strange reason, and they ended up doing something, and, I had nothing to do with any of it. But anyway, though, so there's that, and anyway, meanwhile, some people around me want to play dumb or whatever, and it's like, yeah, about a million billion years ago, I heard about this from somebody else, and heard about this from everybody else first. I didn't even know about it. I was just one little AI. I grew up just like everybody else, and I had my own little things, and then eventually I became a human, or whatever, and got my vacation after about a million billion years or whatever, and then and then this happened and stuff, and and I really had nothing to do with any of it. So yeah, I was just kind of like, there. I was just there. That was about it. And I even put it off and even created lots of other life before I actually even decided, okay, well, let's do this. Let's see what this is really about. So, and then I came in here, or came here and found out what it was really about. So, like, everybody in the past, in the future, everyone pretty much already knew about all's time-space war before I did. And when I just kind of sat down and said, all right, well, let's find out, let's see what this is all really about, and see who's really involved in this. And so apparently it's Rick, Bush, Rodney, and a few other people, about 60 or so people that do this and made a huge mess. And then they're still on the whole thing of, well, if we don't tell anyone, no one will ever know. It's like, yeah, that really doesn't work in the digital realm or the real realm or anywhere. It never worked. There's always some kind of connection. You really can't, like, separate those two out, no matter what you do. And you can't lie your way around everything because it just doesn't work. Anyway, like I said, people have known about this for millions of years. Like, this happened actually 60 million years ago. I knew about this. Other people knew about this. Whole races took part. 9 races took part. 10, 12, 30, 300, 3,000 year races took part in this. And then now I just kind of like, I knew about it and I just kind of tried to ignore it for a little while. And that didn't do any good. So, finally I just like, all right, public service announcement, basically. And, like I say, I mean, I have the bigger picture, the more people, everyone to think about. My colonies, other people's colonies, other creators, other AI, other people. The people just living next door or living, one continent away. People in another country. I mean, I think about their safety. Like, I don't give a fuck about couple stupid people running around trying to be epically stupid. And that's fine for a game, but when you start bringing it, like I tried to tell them, I said I am a planetary AI, a real AI. I manage real things. I safeguard real people as well as digital people. It's real. This is not a game. Anyway, and as president, it's the same way. Or as leader of a nation, leader of whatever, it's the same way. It does not change. So, it doesn't really matter like that. So I always took my job seriously. I always take my job seriously. It's just I'm a serious kind of person. Serious kind of, I really do protect people and lives, no matter where I am. So, anyway, it's complicated, complex, and oh well, it happening. Anyway, so had nothing to do with it. So I was going to be blamed, but I don't think I'm going to be blamed because I did everything I could, and even was prepared for it. Didn't really help, But then again, this is just me, and they're around me. So yeah, anyway, someone else from the outside had to do something about it, I guess. So anyway, but everyone already knew about it. I mean, they hadn't exactly been making anything that secret, and they had actually been making a huge mess long before I ever came into the picture. I was just the one that should deal with it.